Howdy all you happy campers, this is Hunter Pruitt, otherwise known as the RV Hunter, down here at McLean's RV in Sanger, Texas. Texas' largest RV sales and service center, where we have tons of y'all coming in preparing for the spring and summer camping season as the kids are getting out of school, looking for affordable bunk options to create memories with your children. And not only is McLean's your local family-owned dealer of 60 years, but also our premier towable manufacturer, Grand Design, answering the call. We have now Grand Design's newest aluminum sided brand. And a lot of y'all are familiar with the Grand Design Transcend, but their Xplor line now actually has 2 BHX floor plans, slightly modified to hit a specific budget point for y'all so that you can sleep potentially 8+ in a sub $25,000 price point. And the first one we're going to focus on is actually the non-slide model, the 24 BHX. We also has the 26 BHX outside, but we're going to be focusing on a lot of the build quality, because that stick and tin section, especially sub 25,000 price point, usually you're going to sacrifice quality, but not here with Grand Design. I'm going to show you why. First of all, you're starting off right off the bat with an actual electric tongue jack. It makes it a lot easier than cranking it up and down. The 2 20-pound propane tanks are going to be running your gas electric water heater, 6-gallon, compared to the tankless water heater that's on the full Transcend line. This is going to be very similar to the 247BH if you're familiar with the old Transcend floor plans. But as you'd expect from Grand Design, you actually still have a 4 Seasons rated coach. Not only because your hose connections are all inside here instead of being mounted on the outside wall, they can stay heated in here, but also you have R9 insulation in your side, rear, and when it has a slide walls, R11 insulated in the underbelly with a 4-inch heat duct down there, and R40 insulation with an R-foil wrap along the roof line. But also in this pass-through storage, you can notice systems not only to keep it rated through all 4 seasons, but keep all of your systems working, including your batteries. An actual battery disconnect, compared to the full-blown Transcends that actually have a solar panel on the roof, this is solar prepped. Again, adjusting some of those cosmetic things that y'all might not even be looking to take advantage of to hit a price point and budget without sacrificing the construction, the build quality. Because these Grand Designs, you have finger jointed studs, LVL headers over slide outs, 2x3 studs, 16-inch on center, residential grade construction. But as we go across, you're going to notice you have the electric tongue jack, but my preferred scissor jacks rated for 5,000 pounds to really help stabilize the coach. Motion sense light out here on this side with that full pass-through storage area, a 35,000 BTU furnace to keep it heated. And again, you do have that heat duct down into your underbelly to make sure that everything is staying heated. This aluminum sided camper, usually you're sacrificing insulation, but again, this is R9 insulated in the side walls, which is actually better than the fiberglass version of the Imagine. We do have a black tank flush on this side. You notice your freshwater connection and your city water fill up in the front, but this is going to ensure that you don't have any residual staying in the tanks, and one centralized dump station right here. That centralized dump station is going to actually be the dump for a 78-gallon gray water tank, which is massive. Going to be more than double the size of other gray water tanks in this size and segment. And then a 39-gallon black tank with 56 gallons of fresh water as well, so that you can actually take those longer trips, creating those better memories with your family. The Transcend Xplor, all of them are prepped for backup camera, but they're now doing this awesome rear light to illuminate the whole rear end of the camper. Sewer hose storage right there in the bumper with the spare mounted. This is the water heater I was alluding to, 6-gallon, and while it's not tankless, it is a quick recovery. It's 16.8 gallons per hour, so almost every 20 minutes you're going to be refilling this. Fresh tank fill here, all underneath this massive awning that gives you a great entertaining space. It is black awning fabric that Grand Design's been doing for a long time, and I'll tell you that's why these campers look so much better when they get traded in, and long term is that this black awning fabric doesn't get all musty, mildewed. An LED light strip, and look, they're doing JBL speakers now on the outside, not skimping on the quality here at Grand Design. Grand Design is also not only accommodating the kiddos, but all the furry family as well, with a pet tie down right here, directly underneath your oversized grab handle, and some TV connections if you're really wanting to entertain. But going in and out of campers, especially when you got little ones like I do, having them go up and down the stairs can be a challenge, but these solid steps make it a lot easier. They fold real easy right up inside the door, And super easy to remove too, to where if you're ever in a storage spot and you can't really get these stairs down, just some simple pins to get those on out of the door frame. So you can get a little stool, get on up, and they're very easy to adjust with a simple pull of that pin. But this is going to be the 24 BHX floor plan. Talking about a lot of the construction on the outside, this 24 BHX is actually in a sub 30 foot range, 29 feet 11 inches from tip to tip. So those of y'all looking for something that's equipped for state national parks, this is going to fit. But let's go ahead and look inside. You're not going to really notice in here that you're missing a slide out. And there's some benefits of not having this slide out. That's kind of the comparison between the 247 BH and the 261 BH. The only difference is really having a slide. But I'll actually tell you, if you look closely in this video, you're going to notice how much more cabinets you get all along the top. This is a very well-equipped, spacious, light, bright, open feel of a sub 30 foot bumper pull model. But starting here in the kitchen, you're going to notice real hardwood cabinet faces, glass inserts, a little bit different hinges than the other Transcend Xplors. But I'm going to point out some of those minor differences because it's mainly just all cosmetic. A undermounted stainless sink still here, no T-piece molding on the laminate, a heat wrapped laminate that, look, they're even continuing down to the trash can drawer. Everybody's always looking for a place to put a trash can and usually looking for a place to put your shoes, but look at this awesome little landing zone that they also give you right here. It can become additional prep space here in the kitchen, place to kick off all the kiddos' shoes, store the things as you're about to run out the door, and even have an outlet so you can hopefully have the kids leave phones here so you can actually be enjoying, again, the great outdoors and those memories. But tons of storage up over top here. Goes all the way back to this corner, and Grand Design is going to utilize every square inch, even that far back. Spice rack up above the microwave. Something that they decided to do on the full Transcends, you are getting an air fryer now, which is a really neat add. But again, to be more price point competitive, this camper is under $22,000. And I encourage you to try to find something more competitive. Even before COVID, the Transcends weren't priced that low, but Grand Design's really answering the call, being able to get y'all out camping while still being on a budget. Great pots and pans drawer. Most aren't utilizing an oven anyways, and so Grand Design's taking that feedback and giving y'all more storage. This is normally a drawer under the full Transcends, but I'll tell you that when you have a slide out, you don't have all of this storage because, again, you do need the structure on the top and bottom of a slide out, so you're going to lose some of the storage space, but you're gaining elbow room in that 26 BHX that we're going to look at outside. Still accommodating the furry family. Got your little pet dishes down below, and then tons of overhead cabinet space so that whoever's staying back here in these 46 by 78 bunks actually has a place for all their things. And then super comfortable seating space for everybody too. Very long sofa that you can cram certainly at least 3 adults, but up to 4 or 5 kiddos here. You even have your cup holders, but it does make into another bed as well. Don't worry, you can still shimmy shake, and then look at how Grand Design is smart and thinking about everything, making sure that their design is actually able to accommodate getting to the bathroom even if everybody's sleeping in here. You do have additional storage underneath as well. And if you look right by the storage, you're actually going to notice a little plastic duct there. That's one of the things I love the most about Grand Design floor plans from top to bottom. Even their most affordable floor plans don't have any floor vents. And you might say, oh, I've seen other campers like that, Hunter, but you're going to notice that they don't have a ducted furnace. It's just one furnace unit, and that's how they're avoiding not putting floor vents, or usually the heat ducts when they're actually ran through the unit. You're going to have soft spots in the floors around those ducts, and things can fall down in there, especially when you got the kiddos. This even flow heat system, don't have to worry about it. It's going to make sure that this space is staying warm, even in the coldest of temperatures. This dinette here, you notice it's on a pedestal. You can actually break this down, make it into a bed as well. These cushions remove real easy and just fold up on top whenever this lifts up and goes down. Now on the full Transcends, this is how the original Transcend line was coming. They're actually kind of rolling it back to their 2018-19 models, where it is not coming with a TV, but those of y'all who are particular about your TV preference, you can get a pretty inexpensive TV and get it thrown in, and some of y'all are wanting to get the kids away from it anyways, so this is a great option for that. Your JBL sound system control right there as well. USB ports and outlets if the kids are still wanting to stay connected. But they're also going to be able to have some privacy to where if one kiddo's tired, it's nap time for them, or just wanting their own space, you can actually close that off with a curtain. You don't find that very often. Solid rail up above. and down below. And these bunks are rated for over 500 pounds. A lot of campers in this, especially stick and tin sector, are barely able to support 250 pounds, and you're gonna be able to see it, but you don't have to worry about your structure and your kids falling through whenever you're going on those long camping trips, and they just shuffle right up. But also there's tons of space underneath. Look at how much storage you get there. I have customers who put dog beds down there, kids duffel bags, but regardless, you can never have enough space in a camper, and Grand Design's really smart about how they utilize it. Then we step into the bathroom, and very capable. You're gonna notice that, again, to save a little bit of weight and cost, it doesn't have the retractable shower screen, does have an actual shower curtain, and you don't have a porcelain toilet. This is gonna be the only Grand Design model that you find with a plastic toilet, but again, shaving on weight, and again, if you really want that porcelain head, we can get it for you here through our parts department. But as somebody who is 6 foot even, usually struggles to be able to stand up fully in an aluminum sided camper, not in this one. Plenty of headspace, and also plenty of storage to where you lining up your towels, your toilet paper stash if we have to start doing that again. But they're still not just gluing a mirror to a wall, actually giving you a medicine cabinet, really deep sink, GFCI, protected outlets, and even more storage here. Look how they're running their plumbing. It's not just going down on the floor where you can see daylight underneath. Very smart design and attention to detail here on these Grand Designs. But hey, we made sure that we had enough room for kiddos and everybody else, but let's make sure that whoever's actually probably the one paying for the camper is comfortable up here in their bedroom. You're going to be right next to your whole control panel. Very simple, easy to use. And again, we do a full hour class on a bumper pull. And so if this is going to be your first camper, don't worry, we're going to make sure you hit the ground running, even with a free night back at our KOA campground, to ensure that you know how to use everything and that everything works properly. But here in this bedroom, we need to modify a few things just in terms of the storage up above, but they're actually giving you much deeper cavities back behind these closets here with outlets. Great place to store little cubbies up underneath, and then great closet space. And this bed, it is a residential 60 by 80 queen. If you are comparing other things in this price point and segment, make sure you're bringing along a tape measure. I tell you, you might get surprised by the fact that it's just a 60 by 74 queen. Then you try to replace the mattress and look, you don't have any walk around space. There's plenty of room to move around in this. Tons of windows that I'm hoping that y'all notice as we're going through the rig. Get some good cross breeze going and some natural light, enjoying the views of hopefully all those awesome trips that you're taking. You got even the little ugly octopus that they're putting on the wall, so you're not having to pre-hang command strips. Just the utilization of space and the quality of a Grand Design is going to be so far ahead anything else in this pricing segment, and usually it was unattainable in that low 20,000 price point. Normally having to step over 30 to achieve a Grand Design, get their quality and warranties. But you notice the one thing I didn't open as we're going through the kitchen, wanted you to actually see the 8 cubic foot refrigerator. This is a 12 volt fridge, and so when you're going down the road, no longer having to just leave propane tanks on, worried about the safety of your family. Your truck is going to trickle charge that battery as you're going down the road. 15,000 BTU air conditioning with fully ducted air. A lot of campers in this price and segment are just going to have a dump AC, and the ones that look like they have ducting, those are just a dump port for the open attic space for air to fall. This is actually force directed air to ensure that even in the hottest summer camping season that we're about to get into, everybody that you're able to sleep in here, again up to 8, are going to be comfortable. But in terms of Grand Design's warranties, we do have a 1-year hitch to bumper warranty, a 3-year structural warranty, 5 years now on the frame. Grand Design answering that call with concerns across the industry with frames. We have a 5-year warranty on the axles, wheels, and tires. 5 years on those awesome looking decals on the outside that are automotive grade if they ever start to peel and fade, and a lifetime warranty on the roof membrane. So everybody who's coming in saying, hey y'all, do y'all have a sub $25,000 used camper? Why go used when you can get something with Grand Design's reputation, their build quality, and have somebody to call in the event that you have something to keep up with?